What's up guys, Xalt here, and I'm back again with another Magic Manastrike video. It's been close to 2 weeks since the Vivian season has started, and if you've been playing actively, then you've probably realized that the landscape of the game has changed, the meta has changed. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the statistics behind the meta. Now, there are several ways for us to define what meta is, or what meta game is, but my approach would be to take a look at the cards which are most dominant based on their frequency of appearance in the top players' decks in the leaderboard. I've already done something like this for the past season, but this time I'm expanding the list to the top 50 players globally. So without further delay, let's jump right into it. So the way today's list is going to be presented would be starting from the planeswalkers that have the highest representation, and then we'll move on to the overall top cards which have dominated the season so far, and then we'll take a look at which cards per color is currently the most dominant or most represented. The goal of this list is to provide you an insight about what cards and which planeswalkers are being utilized so that you can then anticipate what kind of plays, or so that you can make adjustments on your end as the season progresses. Let's start this countdown by taking a look at the most represented planeswalkers. Coming in at number 3, we have a tie between Kiora and the Kendrith twins, both of them having a 9.8% piece of the pie. Tezzeret continues to be a favorite for the 3rd season in a row, coming in at number 2 with 13.73% appearance in the top 50 of your leaderboards. On the top of the food chain, coming in at number 1 is a new planeswalker, and you guys are probably expecting this. Teferi is at the number 1 spot with 25.5% of the top players choosing to use this planeswalker. At the beginning of the season, I made a collaboration video with Saheeli and S.N.U.G, and we predicted that Teferi is going to be dominating the leaderboard, and so far that prediction has been accurate. Now let's take a look at the most dominant cards overall, regardless of the color. Coming in at number 5, we have a toss-up between Ratchet Bomb and the Ninja of the Deep Hours, coming in with 37.25% share. Coming in at number 4, we have Blue's Lightning Tower with 39.22% of the decks applying this card. At the number 3 spot, we have a white creature card with 43.14% share, Core Entangler. Last season's most dominant card, which is the Hedron Scouts, slides to the 2nd spot with 66.67% appearance. And this season's most dominant card, based on the number of appearances it has in the leaderboards, is none other than a colorless card, the Haunted Guardian, with 68.63% of the top players choosing to place this card on their decks. The colorless cards will always have the advantage of being placed as one of the most dominant cards or the most frequently used cards because they're colorless and they can be applied on pretty much any deck. We have the Ratchet Bomb with 37.25%, Hedron Scouts with 66.67% appearance, and Haunted Guardian, of course, with 68.63%. But now it's time to take a look at the dominant cards per color. Let's start off with blue. Now, it comes as no surprise that blue is going to be the most well-represented color in this meta because the top planeswalkers representing the leaderboard all share that color. You have the twins, which is red and blue, Kiora, green and blue, Tezzeret, black and blue, and Teferi, white and blue. Let's start this blue countdown with number 3. We have a tie between the Wave Crash Triton and the Retraction Helix, coming in at 31.37% share. The Ninja of the Deep Hours is at 2nd place with 37.25%, and the number 1 most widely used blue card is a building card, the Lightning Tower, with 39.22% of the top players choosing to add them in their blue decks. Moving on to white, coming in at number 3 with 7.84% share is the Blinding Mage. At number 2, with 27.45% share, we have the Angel of Renewal, and the top white card is a creature card with 43.14% representation in the leaderboards. We have Core Entangler. Alright, the next color is black, and coming in at number 3, Circle of Pain with 3.9% share. The Reaver Demon makes a comeback, but this time with a lower representation, only coming in at 15.69%. And the most well-represented black card in this season's meta so far is the Carrion Crow with 17.65% share of the pie. Alright, up next is green, and we have a tie for the 1st and the 2nd place. Coming in at the 2nd spot are Giant Spider and Vengevine, both with 9.8%. And the top cards for green this season so far is Overrun and the Sylvan Advocate, both with 13.73% representation. And finally, we're gonna take a look at red. Coming in at number 3, we have Goblin Artillery with 7.84% representation. Tied at number 2, we have Shivan Dragon and the Hell Rider, both with 9.8%. And the most widely used red card this season is, with 17.65%, Fire Shrine Keeper. Alright, I'm going to end this list by sharing to you the biggest losers for this season, and I'm referring to the Planeswalker with 0 representation in the top 50. Believe it or not, Tamiyo is not included in that list because there was this one player who used Tamiyo. But the biggest losers for this season are Nisa and Amrath. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are the most dominant or the meta cards for Season 3 Vivien. What do you think about this list? Let me know what your thoughts are. Put them down in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and help the channel grow. And as usual, a reminder for everyone to stay safe and stay healthy. Wash your hands often, stop touching your face. I will see you guys in the next video. Exalt signing off. Peace.